In today's episode, we're going to tell you why does it matter for you to make a great design, because it will depend on whether you make that sale or not. So in this tutorial, we're going to show you how to make a simple but very effective design. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's been a while since we've done a tutorial for logo design using CorelDraw software, which is the software that we use to vectorize our images. And as we have mentioned, the good thing about CorelDraw is that if you get it and you do have a Cameo, you can still use Silhouette Studio. And then if you upgrade to another vinyl cutter or even a printer, you can still use CorelDraw. That's why we love CorelDraw. Anyway, let's start the tutorial. Let's pretend. Let's make up a name. Let's type in Matthews Construction, or let's do painting. And then what we're gonna do is, of course, we're gonna choose a friendly font or text. That's another thing that you need to choose the proper or the right font to make the perfect logo. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna trace a rectangle, and then we're gonna open the envelope option. You can press the CTRL keyword on your keyboard, keep it pressed, and then press F7, and then you're gonna get this right here, the envelope. The one thing I'm gonna do is go to Arrange and then go to Shaping and click Weld. So now the rectangle is welded. I can double click, and then we're going to curve the bottom part of this rectangle. We're gonna curve this design right here, make a kind of like a ribbon shape. I don't know how to describe it, but so now what we're gonna do, let me add some color so you can see it, and we're gonna envelope this text or shape this text like this shape right here. So now select the font and then click on this little icon right here, and then this arrow is gonna show up on your screen, and then select the shape, and now you see it's ready to transform my text into this shape. And now you're just gonna click apply, and now it is being transformed into the shape. So now we can get rid of this. The next step will be, you can probably stretch it more, a little bit more if you want. It's up to you. Now we're gonna add LLC, but it's going to be in the bottom. The next step will be to add like an outline. Now we're gonna close the envelope, and now we're gonna press the same keyword CTRL, keep it pressed, and then click F9, and now you're gonna get the contour option. So we're gonna turn this font or shape red, and now we're gonna go to the outside contour, which is on the far right on your screen right here. Make sure you choose the outside contour. Okay, now you can kind of like play with the numbers, and now we're gonna go to Arrange and break contour apart. Now the contour is black, we can turn that green. All right, so now we're gonna add another contour to the green one, the same thickness, and just click apply, and then it's gonna add another contour. Okay, now what we can do is go to Arrange, break contour apart, and now we're gonna click here on trim, because we're gonna trim the green one with the black one. And now we can remove the green one, and now we can close the contour. Now you see this. If the customer wants a two color, you can do the outline black and the inside red, but I think this one still looks great. And the bottom one, we're gonna do a different font, maybe this one. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna weld this design here, or font, and then we're gonna center this. We're gonna highlight the entire design and click C on your keyboard for center, and now you're gonna see that this center with the shape or text right here. Now the next part will be to draw our little nice house on top. Now the way you do that, or the way I do this, is I trace a frame, a rectangle, and I do the same. I go to Arrange, go to Shaping, and click Weld. And the reason why I do that is because once you weld a shape, you can double click, and then you can start adding points and stretch it. Let me show you. You double click, you create one, and then you can stretch it any way or any shape you want. And you can do the same with this side. And now I'm gonna add an upper section. I'm going to do a double click here, and then another double click here, and then another double click. I'm gonna show you why. Because I'm gonna do a second floor, but perhaps we can get rid of this one and we can drag this a little bit more here. I think that'll be great. And we're gonna stretch this until it takes a shape for a second floor up here. You'll see what I'm gonna do. Now let's make this a little bit smaller. And what we're gonna do next is we're going to trace a rectangle. We're gonna go here and make sure that this is a 3-dimension shape, which is a triangle. I think I said rectangle. We're gonna stretch this until this matches with the little house that we are building here. And I think we have a winner right there. All right, now let's do a copy. Let's drag this here, do a copy here, and press the shift button on your keyboard, and then select the first triangle that we trace, and it is both of them are selected. Now we click the letter C for center, and then we center. Now we're gonna go to trim. There you have it. There's the little part of the house there. We can like remove it a little bit to the left, so you can see the gap there. Now let's see if this same design is gonna work for this other side. We're gonna do the same thing pretty much. We're gonna trace a triangle. We're gonna stretch here, and then it doesn't have to be like super perfect, but just the closest one that you can, so that way, you know, people are able to see that it's almost perfect. Okay, let's move this a little bit, do like a gap too. Now we're gonna select this and trim. Now we can do a small gap here. I think we got a house. I've seen some designs coming all the way down here and like this. I mean, it's up to you. It's your project. You get creative. You can do whatever you want. Now let's weld this together and add some color, of course. Now the next step will be to add the little windows. You can add like put like a small chimney here. You know what, in fact, let's do that. Let's do just that. I'm gonna show you how I do my chimneys. I'm gonna do this here, pull this up, do another dot. And I like to do my chimneys 3D to make it look like they're facing the other way, like this. I mean, like I said, you can do this. I think it's too big. But like I said, you get creative with your designs. This is the point of you provide the customer the best experience based on what he likes, or you know, whatever you think that the customer's gonna like or see in a design. I think that's gonna look good. All right, so now let's add some windows, and those are really easy to do. I usually make mine like 4 squares, but yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna click shift, select the top one, and click center or C. Now we're gonna weld this, and now we're gonna drag another copy here. You're gonna click shift, select the ones on the left, and then actually, you know what, still I think that's a good distance right there. Click shift and then select the letter E. It's gonna align. So now I'm gonna make this smaller and drag this right here, and I'm gonna make another copy. And of course, this one is gonna be a little bit smaller. And then we're gonna, of course, do a smaller window up here, kind of like center the window. All right, now it's taking shape. Actually, you know what? Let's be different. This one, what we can do is we're gonna drag one of this dotted line here and double click, do a dot, and do a dot on this side. Let's get rid of this right here. And we're going to curve this, make this window a little bit different than the other ones. Let's drag this down here where the other dot is. Yeah, there we go. And we're going to curve, of course, and do the same that we did on the other side. Now let's weld the entire design, and you don't have to make it that big. Just place it there enough. Now let's highlight the entire design, click center, and then add the same color. So yeah, this is basically what we did with this project. The customer was very attracted to the design, and that's how we seal the deal. Sometimes you don't have to break your head with very complicated designs. I hope you guys like this video, and if you did, I appreciate if you guys give us that like and subscribe. I appreciate it if you do. We'll see you guys again on the next episode. Thank you so much.